Hello, welcome to the weather update. Today was another warm day, feeling that humidity out there as well. Sun came out, fog bank offshore kind of rolled back in on us tonight. Looking at the satellite here, you can see we did have some clearing. We had some clouds throughout the day, then it cleared in the late afternoon, early evening, and now the clouds are coming back. That actually looks like some pretty impressive convection well offshore there. Um, and this thing actually, this low offshore, briefly did gain some tropical characteristics. I just want to see what that's all about because that looks like some pretty impressive convection. See if there's a lot of lightning. I don't see a whole lot. But anyway, let's look at the current conditions outside. You can see it's mild out there. It's muggy. 61 degrees on Long Island. We are reporting 61 here. Most areas of Long Island here. Look at islip for as soon as it loads here. 61. And the dew point is 61. So it's humid out there. It's definitely humid. And I was took a walk, and I was feeling that humidity. Not pleasant at all to deal with at all. And you can definitely see that humidity increasing throughout the day here. Earlier on, the dew point, yesterday we had dew points in the 50s. Today, our dew points are now approaching 60 degrees. So definitely feeling humid out there. And we got some reports of fog and mist also as well. Let's take a look at what our highs were across the area. And you can see a little cool. 50s, generally upper 50s, low 60s across the area. Not much of a difference again with dew points around 61. You're not even going to get much of a cooling effect from the ocean because if the dew point is 61, when the dew point is 61, you can only cool the air down to that point. So that's why humidity is so bad. And yeah, we got dew points. We have some further out east. You have a dew point of 57 being reported, 61 at Islip. But these dew points are high. A little less in New Jersey. It looks like dew points there in the mid 50s, and you can see we got dense fog advisories again because the ocean is still pretty cold, and again, ocean temperatures probably around 50 degrees, so that's below the dew point of the air, so it's going to cause some dense fog, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Let's go over what the highs were today. And it was another warm day, 71 at Islip, 72 at Farmingdale. So we had some low to mid 70s on Long Island. You go to the north and west, you're in the mid to upper 70s. And even some 80-degree readings in the Hudson Valley. And the Jersey Shore cooler with that easterly flow and cloud cover because they never cleared out. They were only in the mid to upper 60s today. So let's go to the Wonderground site. We'll look at a few more examples. And it was pretty warm in the afternoon here in Mineola. We'll take a look. We'll show you what it was like here in Mineola. So load that up, and you can see right now it's 61 degrees. Dew point is 60. These are like summertime dew points. It's only May. You're not supposed to see this kind of humidity. 76 in Mineola. It got pretty warm once that sun came out in the afternoon after 3 o'clock. We got into the mid-70s there, and then we didn't drop really off until after 5 o'clock, and then we started dropping off. You can see it was kind of damp all day, and and you can see, look at the wind direction too. No sea breeze at all was reported here. We didn't really get any sea breeze at all here. If we go further south to the South Shore, where it was much cooler, let's go. Let's go look at Baldwin Harbor this time. All right, and you'll see it was a lot cooler there. So it's still cooler there by a few degrees, 58, and they only got up to 71 degrees, and that was earlier on. And they sort of approach 70, and then they cool down in the afternoon. It's typical of the South Shore. They definitely had a sea breeze there, keeping things cooler compared to the middle of the island. We'll look at Suffolk County as well. I'm sure if we go further out east to like Blue Point, probably didn't even get out of right on the water here at Blue Point. Probably didn't even hit 70 degrees probably. So, no, it actually did hit 72. It looks like there's some kind of malfunction with their station, though. So, let's pick a different station. Pick this Bayport station. No, if it's still at 70 there, that's kind of surprising. No, this is more typical of, yes, only 63 degrees. That was it. Yep, right on the water. It was only in the 60s all day. So much better. Much more comfortable, compared to what we were dealing with in the middle. If you go up north to like North Patchogue, I'm sure if you go a little bit north to North Patchogue here, you'll see it probably got up into the 70s. Just you have to be right on the water to really avoid the 70s today. Yeah, they got up to 73, so you could see again. Um, just kind of warm today, and a lot of warmth across the whole country. Looking at the Ventus sky, you could see I kind of pulled this up here. Look at all this heat surging up in the Midwest. Again, the jet stream is nowhere to be found. The only reason why we're not blazing is because that low offshore keeping that easterly onshore flow going. So that's why we're not blazing hot. And if we go and we look at the jet stream, which we'll do right now, North American view, jet stream view, and you'll see the jet stream is like pretty much way up in the Canada. This is such a messed up jet stream pattern. Here's your cutoff low. We're going to continue this messed up jet stream pattern as we head in through the month here. The jet stream is just way up in Canada, and you have these crazy. Look at this jet stream going almost into Greenland here. That is totally not normal, and not really a whole lot of big troughs for us. Unfortunately, you see a lot of ridging, and then here we go. It looks like it's trying to develop another cutoff low off New England as we hit toward the end of the month. So it's just crazy what we're seeing here with the jet stream. Totally abnormal. Totally not normal at all whatsoever. Let's go to the CONUS view. And let's go to the upper air pattern. All right, so we'll do 500 upper air here. All right, so you can see there's that cutoff and this huge ridge. A little trough comes through next week. That'll bring us some relief. But then the ridge builds back again. And this is something we have to watch out for. Yes, that is possibly our first tropical storm or hurricane of the season that we'll have to look out for as soon as I get through all this other stuff. And then we'll go to the temperature anomaly chart. Obviously, with such a pattern in place, we're going to be dealing with above normal temperatures. We're dealing with above normal temperatures tomorrow. And not way above normal for us, but just to our north, it's way above normal. But then as we head the next week, there will be some relief with that little trough. It'll bring us back to normal, but not really that much below normal. And then once we get that ridge back in place again, we're going to be dealing with above normal temperatures again. And then maybe toward the end of the period, we'll cool off a little more. But yeah, it looks like even though it looked like May was going to turn out to be below normal, we may actually wind up being above normal if we keep seeing this. Because again, the high today was above normal. If we look at the normal high at islip for the climatology. That's the wrong one. It's down here. So 71 normal value is supposed to be 67, so we're 4 degrees above normal. And the low at night was well above 58. Normal low is supposed to be 50, so that's 8 degrees above normal. So our mean, we actually managed to be about 7 degrees above normal today. It looks like. So 7 degrees above normal for the day. Very warm day. Again, even with an easterly flow. Imagine if we didn't have the easterly flow, how much warmer it would be. So now let's go look at the surface map on the GFS here. We'll take a look at what's going to happen. So you see that moisture there from that low. That is going to start because the high is transitioning now into an Atlantic ridge. So that means we're going to see that moisture come back up, southerly flow, dealing with the chances of showers through at least the first part of the weekend. Sunday might be a little drier, and then we'll be dealing with more showers Monday, and then we can have maybe a high pressure come in and bring us some nicer weather. In the middle of next week, Tuesday, we have semi-normal pattern before we get to deal with more crap again. And there's a ridge there, another ridge over New England there as you get toward the end of the month. And there is your first tropical system. Looking pretty, and this is purely fantasy, but this looks like a very powerful hurricane that this is developing already. And it's not even June yet, so tropical season could be getting off to an early start again with the warmer ocean temperatures that we have. It's not all a surprise that we're going to see worse tropical storms due to climate change. We're seeing the humidity already. We never see humidity in May. That's climate change. That's because the oceans are warmer than it's supposed to be because there's more greenhouse gas in the air, courtesy of the burning of fossil fuels. Everybody's whining about gas prices, but nobody really wants to talk about the consequences of our gasoline-based society. Nobody wants to talk about that because, again, well, that's another subject, but it does tie into the weather. So let's go and look at the wind speeds here with this. This is like a pretty healthy hurricane here. This would be pretty bad for Louisiana if this happened now. Again, we're way out, so it's just it's nothing to really be too you know concerned about yet, but just gotta keep paying attention because we're already off. They're saying it's going to be an above normal hurricane season, I believe. So it's going to be could be a bad one again. Well, every year is going to be a bad one. As far as getting a quiet hurricane season, that's probably never going to happen again. So let's go look at our. We'll go look at the HRRR model here, our dew point and wind flow model, and 0 is the HRRR here. And I'll show you the dew point and wind flow. So see that easterly flow, that onshore flow, that continues tomorrow. Dew points are high, and they come up even more. It gets even more humid. We have dew points now rising to the low to mid-60s. This is very unusual for May to see this kind of humidity. And we're going to deal with it tomorrow, and we're going to be dealing with it on Saturday as well. And you can see the winds go more southerly as well. Temperatures, cloud cover will hold the temperatures down, I think, tomorrow. So we probably won't see the warmth that we saw today. We'll probably maybe be a little bit cooler, a few ticks cooler, maybe like upper 60s to around 70. With the cloud cover and the chance. But look at inland. I mean, look at southeastern Canada. Highs getting into the upper 80s there, and humid. It's not normal at all. All right. And we don't really cool off the overnight. And then Saturday, we might see a little more sun, and so it might wind up getting a little more warmer inland. We might get the low to mid 70s again, and you can sort of see where those thunderstorms develop over there, whereas like little cool pockets there, because we are going to look at the precipitation dynamics next with the precipitation forecast for this. Now we're going to start seeing some rain chances. Obviously, the fog drizzle, chances of showers tomorrow, very slight, very scattered, but you can see a few developing in the early afternoon. Most areas probably won't see anything. And then for Saturday, we'll see heavier showers developing off to the west. But again, this is as far as it goes, and it's not really showing anything too impressive for us as far as rain goes. All right, and that is what the HRRR has. So, you probably won't have to carry around an umbrella. If a shower happens, it'll be brief, it'll be small, and it'll be over with. Just like briefly take shelter or whatever out there, whatever. But again, it's just going to be very brief. We're not going to see all that much rain at all, despite all the humidity in the air. So let's go now look at the GFS. I'll shift this over to the temperatures here. Actually, I'll shift this over to the dew point and wind flow. We'll go now to the GFS and see when we're going to get some relief from this humidity. Obviously, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Not going to happen Saturday. What about Sunday? Nope. Still going to be humid. It maybe goes down a little bit. We're going to have to wait until possibly... Look at this. We're still dealing with it Monday. We're going to have to wait till Tuesday. And then we start seeing the dew points drop. We have some dry air come to the picture before the humidity starts to try to creep back up again. But it looks like maybe there'll be a back to a front toward next weekend. But then eventually the humidity. So it's going to be a battle between that and this. Because again, we have a jet stream. So you notice instead of cold air coming down from the northwest, it's coming in from the northeast. Because again, there's no jet stream. The jet stream is a very feeble and curvy. Again, because of Arctic amplification, as I explained to you like 1,001 times, as the difference between the poles and the equator get less and less, that is the energy that fuels the jet stream. So as that difference gets less and less, well, guess what? The jet stream gets weaker and wavier, and this is where we see all these crazy patterns that we're seeing. And this is the new normal as we deal with the climate emergency, but nobody seems to be even paying attention to it right now, which is, again, pretty pathetic, but that is the way humanity is. Selfish and oblivious. So let's go to the temperatures now. And here we go tomorrow. This is the GFS actually showing a little more warmth tomorrow. So we have a little bit of a disagreement here. Maybe the GFS seems to think the sun's going to be out more. Either way, I'm going to have that AC cranking. So you can see, look at Sunday. Sunday could be quite a warm day as well. So see if there's less of a sea breeze. It is Wednesday, and then it cools down Tuesday, but only to around 70. So it doesn't really no real big cool downs, and that's why I think it looks like, and it's actually trying to develop some heat as we head toward the end of the month. We're going to have to see. This is now in the real long range, but I'm telling you, May is not going to be. It looked like it's going to be below normal, but I think it's going to be offset Yeah, we had maybe a week of below normal temperatures, but then the rest of the month is warm. It's going to offset that, and I think we'll actually wind up being above normal for the month. How about that? I'm making that prediction. So now let's go to the skies. Our gem, I guess we'll do that. So expect plenty of clouds. Tomorrow you can see a lot of clouds, maybe a few small breaks, but I think there's going to be much less sun than today, probably. It should be. Saturday, also fairly plenty of clouds around. And then Sunday, we might try to melt those clouds away inland, but still at the South Shore there may be like fog banks developing. So again, yeah, I know it's really crappy. Let's go to the NAM next. 18Z NAM, and again you can see plenty of clouds for Saturday as well, and that's as far as it goes. If you wanted to go to the GFS and look a little further in the future, see it's showing plenty of clouds. It's not showing as many clouds tomorrow. There may be breaks tomorrow. It's possible. It's hard to predict what's going to exactly happen, but you can sort of see it's, as far as expecting a nice day with nice blue skies. You might have to wait till Tuesday for that to happen. For the rest of it, it's just gonna be junky, murky, humid, crappy. I hate the humidity. I absolutely hate it. If we pull this out, and actually I can just use this actually. So we'll go to this. If we go and we look at how far north this humidity is spreading. Go here. We'll look at dew point. And you can see, look at how much of the country is embroiled in humid air here, all the way from here. Well, at least in Canada, actually, they do have dry air. So if you're in northern New York, it actually is dry air, even though it's warm. But anyway, there's humidity south of there, and then we're really dealing with this humidity, and all the way up into here. 70-degree dew points almost up into Wisconsin, which is crazy. And then you have this bone dry air out west, dew points below zero, where you got these wildfires going. So it's just completely messed up because, again, there's no jet stream to move anything along. There's no jet stream here. Pull this out. Look at the temperatures here, and you can see. Look at how far the warmth stretches. It's completely messed up right now. That's all I could say. It's completely messed up. And one thing that I want to look at that we haven't looked at in a while, the ice. Let's go and look at that and see how we're doing with that. Tracking sea ice. Of course, springtime in the Arctic, melt season. Ice extent declined most substantially in the Bering Sea and Sea of Oztag. Overall decline was slower than average. So saying it was slower than average throughout the month. This is your chart here. Again, sort of as far as we're below the median when it comes to sea ice. All right. Here's another chart here with more years in it, and where the blue line. So we're actually not as bad as some other years, at least. I guess that's some good news. But still, we have to watch again because every year we do eventually come closer to a blue ocean event, and when that happens, that's when all hell's going to break loose. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but when it does, and at the rate things are going, it will happen. While humanity haggles over, gas prices are too high. Well, stop driving so many cars, stop burning fossil fuels. That's the only way out of this. But humanity is too stupid and selfish to get that. So I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.